What work-life balance looks like for me is, first of all, it's never going to be 50-50. So it's not 50% of work, 50% of life, family time, personal time, anything like that. Even if I break down Keone's schedule and my schedule, it's going to be different. I get more family time because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I have a business on the side where Keone goes to work and he works full time outside of the house. So even if you look at that, there's no way it's going to be 50-50 or equal, right? So when I think about balance, for me, it means, am I doing something every day that hits all the categories that are important to me? So am I doing something every day that includes family time, that includes teaching my son something, that includes some me time, that includes working on my business? Am I doing something that matters and that actually adds to the goals I have for each category that matters to me? And then I make sure that I get something in each day. So this kind of also reminds me of fairness, right? Sometimes when we're little, we think of the idea of fair is I get a sucker, you get a sucker, right? Everybody gets a sucker. But what if that's not really meeting the needs? What if, like me, when I was a little kid, I preferred fruit over candy because I loved bananas and strawberries. And so if I got a sucker, and I feel kind of bummed because I'd rather have a banana if that was an option when I was a little kid. So fairness is really about your needs being met. So for me, instead of thinking equality having to be the exact same in order for life to feel balanced, it's is a need of mine getting met in each category. Also, letting go of the idea of perfection, that has to be done. So for instance, my house never looks like a museum. It definitely looks lived in. I have a 6-year-old and I am not one of those moms where it's like you have to pick up everything every minute. There can never be anything, like never any mess, right? So I'm definitely more of a lived in look. I'm not dirty, but I definitely don't have to be a neat freak. I used to have a little bit of, wanting everything to be so clean and so organized all the time. And when I met Keone, that didn't actually work for our relationship anymore because he was a little bit of the opposite. And so in order for me to release the stress that I was feeling and also for the goodness in my relationship with Keone, I decided that I needed to let go of the idea that everything has to be perfectly organized and clean and all of that stuff in order to function best. So I have now decided that we have more of a lived-in look, and I'm okay with that. So that works for me. So letting go of the idea of perfectionism had to be something I had to do in order to feel some relief and that I can actually move towards some goals. So with that being said, I also found that I had to decide which categories meant the most to me. So with that being said, it was like, well, would I rather have a spotless house or would I rather have really healthy home-cooked meals? Okay, well, I would rather have healthy home-cooked meals than a spotless house. So that's what I'm going to give a little bit more attention to. And like I said, the lived-in look is just going to work fine for me. Okay, and then also fitness. I want to make sure that I get movement in every single day, but instead of, back when I was single or before I had a kiddo, I was able to go to the gym for like 2 hours a day. Well, now that doesn't really fit into my schedule the same. So now I work out at home and I find ways to be successful with that. Also, I will include my family in on things that I can, such as in the mornings, we get up and we go for a family walk together. So that is a way for us to get movement in. I'm spending time with them together. It's a way to do something for me, and it's a way for them to do something for them, and to also teach my son about self-care and moving your body, the importance of it, and how good it feels to start our day with that. So I include them in with it. Now, when we get home, I want to do some additional things. If they want to join, they can. If they don't, that's fine. They can have some of their own time to play. And then I just stretch a little bit, do like some meditation. Maybe I try to do a headstand, and because my goal is to eventually not need to use the wall, which I've been using for a year now. But you know what? I can do a headstand now, even if it's using the wall. See, so letting go of that idea of perfectionism, because the perfectionism is really going to just hold you back. At least I found it holds me back. So I try to make sure if I'm zoning in on trying for things to be perfect, to kick that idea out because it's only going to hinder me. So again, that's not a 50-50. It is something in each category every day that helps me feel like I'm moving towards the goals that I want. It's including my family when I can, and it's also letting go of the idea of perfectionism and asking for help if you need it. Like, or if you want it even. You don't have to need help. You could just want help. You know, like recently I've ordered Purple Carrot because I wanted to try them out, like the food delivery where they deliver you the food that you need and then you just make it. And that felt like a huge help for me. I've only done it 1 week. This week will be week 2. But I wanted to try it out. And I love the fact that it took away the decision making of what I'm going to make for dinner that night. And it provided all the ingredients, so it saved me a trip to the store. You know, some people hire help with cleaning. Some people hire help with like a nanny or whatever. So if you want help in some area that helps you be able to give a little bit more attention to another area, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so figure out what works for you and go ahead and do that and feel good about it. And the beauty of it is it can shift with you as you're shifting and as you're growing. And if you need something different, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so I truly believe in progress, not perfection, and doing something every day that moves me towards the goals that I have for myself instead of farther away. And for me, perfectionism keeps me farther away, keeps me stuck, keeps me from going forward, and also the idea that things have to be exactly equal. So let me know how you find ways that work for you to make sure that you're, giving some attention to each category in your life, to each role that you have that helps you feel fulfilled and successful and accomplished, and that you're making progress. So with that being said, have a beautiful day. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video some love by giving it a like. Maybe share something in the comments, say hi, whatever you want to do, that would be lovely. And most of all, remember that you really are enough, that the world needs you, and you make a difference. And you know what? You probably make a difference in ways that you don't even realize. And I know this because that happened for me. When I did AmeriCorps, I thought I was teaching these youth all these things in our group. And then when we got the evaluations back, I remember at the end of the year, Bev, my supervisor, was like, Stephanie, you have to come and read these evaluations. They're incredible. And the things that these youth were learning from me was the things I didn't even know I was teaching, such as just more patience and self-love and things like that. So sometimes people are picking up on things that you don't even realize. So don't sell yourself short. You're a beautiful soul and you are making a difference. So sending so much love your way. Have an awesome day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.